I'll say to you, I'm a history teacher, old school, old style history teacher. I taught in Washington, D.C. And that's why, and I'll tell you something else, as an African-American male, people were just sensitive to whatever I was going to say in class about slavery or race or civil rights. So I had to develop a lot of the strategies that I developed, knowing that there was going to be resistance just by virtue of who it was coming from. So to Tim's point earlier, which was really good, I came in with strategies like, I'm going in and I'm putting the preamble up on the first day of school. And when things happen, because that gives me my textbook, teaching beyond the textbook, when we deal with the question of who is the people, whether students want to talk about what's
Absolutely.
happening with citizens' access to bathrooms in North Carolina, that's a fundamental question at its core about citizenship and access and opportunity. I can relate it to the 14th Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, or the Declaration of Independence. And in that way, I'm never deviating from the curriculum. And I don't, because I got a lot of them, parents writing in and saying, I want to know why, why are you talking about the Black Panthers, right? And I'm like, well, the reason I'm doing that is we've been interrogating citizenship and looking at citizenship in the intersection from the beginning of this course. So we talked about that in the context of what happened with the American Revolution. We talked about it in the context of the Civil War. We talked about it in the context of women's rights. And in the 1960s, we problematized it again. And I would submit to all of you, yesterday was a study in contrast about citizenship, about white supremacy in the way that some people wanted to frame it, about privilege in the way that some people frame it in contemporary language. But for me, at the core, the preamble was on trial yesterday. And if you began the semester there and said, we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, provide for the common defense, promote the, it was all there.